There he is. As he's getting ready to play this game, both of you can think back to your first game as NHLers. You worked your whole life to get there. How nostalgic did you feel, and how much in the moment did you feel?
Well, I played against Brian Lawton, so I was very nostalgic.
Oh, Reader.
You know, it was interesting. Like, my first game was in Boston. I'd never even been in the building. You know, and with the Boston Bruins, there was no internet, so you couldn't follow guys. But I was thrilled. I was like, I'd been to a couple of training camps, and I was coming out of junior. They had the injuries. So to play in my first game, my heart was racing, and I was just, you know, at times I was sitting on the bench as a fan watching. But I was fortunate enough. The Bruins were very good with young guys. They just put you right in the lineup and go. It's not as though I sat there and played, you know, 3 or 4 shifts. It's like, hey, you're here. You're playing.
How
there were
cool.
a couple of us, Lyndon Byers and I, were drafted the same year, and we were both called up from junior at the time. And that was really special. It was right around Christmas. The second game I got to play was in Buffalo, which was close to home, and my parents and everybody were able to come down. But you know, I just remember we played Minnesota. We played Minnesota. And the only reason I remember it was lots is because we sat here many a time, and I'm like, I think you played in my first game. And,
wow.
And it was. And we ended up losing the game, but it was just so cool to see so many people in the stands. But at times, I'm not a word of lie, I was like, wow, there's Rick Middleton. Oh, no, I can't, he's on my team. I can't do that.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
How about you, Hartsey?
Tokyo, Japan versus the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Really?
Yep. First of those premier games, we went over to Tokyo. We played 2 games over there, and my first NHL shift, it was one team had last change, you know, home ice the first game. It was Pittsburgh the first game, so we got sent out there for an offensive zone draw, and the Pittsburgh coach sent out Mario, Jaromir Jagr, and Jan Hrdina, right? And so I look back at the bench, and Barry Trotz is like this, you know? Change it up, right? So I look at Greg Clausen, who's another rookie, first NHL game, first NHL shift, and he goes, looks at me dead serious, and he goes, okay, around the world, I'm going to win the draw back. You're going to come around the top, because that was one of our set plays, right?
Confidence, I like it.
So I said, I think he means change. I'm like, let's look who's out here. And he goes, oh, sorry, yeah, let's go off. So the puck drops, and no word of a lie, I didn't even look where it went. I don't know if he won or lost the draw. I just was a 5-second sprint to the door. He was right behind me, and we get in there, and we're both huffing and puffing from the sprint from the face-off top to the bench. And sure enough, we're like, oh man, that was awesome. We're just sitting there like, what a shift, like we're bouncing around. Right? We've made it, you know, just a 4-second shift. So that was my first NHL shift experience. So a lot better from that one. Anyway,
that is such a great story.
Well, you know what? You did that your first shift. I was probably 10 years in. And I was still getting off the ice.
He was very good.
That's hilarious.
Trotz didn't trust the young guns.
Oh, yeah. That's hilarious.